Hey guys, Arcturus here. Mihoyo recently disclosed info about a couple upcoming 5-star characters, that is Yoimiya and the long-awaited Ayaka. Along with Kazuha, who is coming shortly, we have a lot to consider when it comes to spending our valuable Primogems. Today, I want to have a discussion and overview of each of these characters so you can consider where they will fit in your team or if they will be worth pulling on for you. Here, enjoy a couple videos of Eevee. But first, I wanted to say thank you for all of your support. If someone told me 2 months after I made my YouTube channel that I would have 77 subscribers and over 10,000 views, I would have told them they were crazy, okay? Turns out the only thing that's crazy is your support. So thank you for clicking on my video today and supporting me. I plan to make more content to share my passion for the game in the future, so please stay tuned. Also, let me know down below how I can improve. I'm learning more every day about being a content creator. Okay, onward we go. Now remember, the reason to get any character above all else is just because you want to. Don't let anyone else lessen the value of the tattoo on your lower back of the specific character with their thoughts and opinions. If you want a character, go get them, period. I'm just here to provide some content and maybe food for thought. Starting with Kazuha, since he is definitely coming first, he is an Anemo sword user. What does this mean? Well, he will be able to amplify his team's damage through the Viridescent Venerer set and additionally with his passive talent. And he can swirl to spread elements around as well. Being a sword user means lower attack percentages but higher attack speed for his regular attacks. So you're going to see smaller numbers, but they are going to come faster. So if you like the big numbers, this ain't it, chief. He also has no elemental infusion unless you get to C6, so his damage will be split between Anemo and physical, which means you have to choose a damage type for your goblet and the other type will suffer. Of course, you can get around this with an infusion character like Chongyun or a C6 Bennett, which, might be on his banner, but we'll have to wait and see. But, that means more swapping, fiddling, and timing your characters, etc. if you choose to do an infusion. Thankfully though, Bennett is also an ideal support for him to amplify his attack since he's going to be based in Elemental Mastery. So he's basically a fire elemental character if you think about it, so maybe Mihoyo hinted at that with his red clothing. Now, if you're going to main Kazuha, it is important to look at his downtimes. He has a 6 or 9 second elemental skill cooldown and 7-second burst downtime. With no elemental infusion and lower normal attack multipliers, he isn't as a big PP hyper carry, but you can pick any main character or any character to main and you're gonna win, alright? But this can be circumvented, again, with a Bennett or Chongyun as mentioned before. Now, Kazuha's elemental damage amplification can also apply when he's both on or off the field. So, this means he's a very flexible individual, being either able to be a support character or a main character if desired, unlike Kaching, Razor, Eula, Diluc, etc., which provide almost zero value when they're off the field. Now, for Yoimiya, most of what I'm going to cover for details is speculation or it's unconfirmed, non-finalized data. The final product may and most likely will be different in some ways, but what we have here is another Pyro character, which, if you haven't noticed, is one of the most, or is the most, abundant element for characters in the game. Additionally, being a bow user means that she has low attack multiplier but attacks fast, like sword characters. And being a bow user also means some serious resident sleeper, unless you like bow action type, I guess, but I'm pretty sure the majority of players do find bows among the least interesting weapon types, according to Genshin polls I've seen from other YouTubers. Personally, I do find bow users to be horribly boring, but really powerful, like Fischl. There's just something about never seeing an enemy up close though that just takes away from the game. Obviously, you will get close to enemies, and bow users have this dynamic dodge and attack dance going on, but I guess the playstyle is just not for me, I guess. And then from unconfirmed sources, her elemental skill is going to be a huge buff to her basic normal attacks, which could increase them upwards beyond 150% bonus damage and infusing pyro into them. This is good if you want to proc elemental reactions, albeit they will be smaller because of the quick attack and lower percentage numbers, but you know, when you're doing a 150% bonus attack and you attack quick and you got periodic pyro reactions, she's still going to delete enemies faster than the Genshin community can complain for more content. Got him! Okay, no, seriously, please don't dislike my video, I'm just joking. Anyhow, it may have a long cooldown to compensate though, so possibly a 10-second downtime. So this may make her squarely an alternative DPS to swap in and out to. This is somewhat mitigated for by her passive talent, which may boost your party's attack anywhere from 10% all the way up to 20%, which is not bad. Now her elemental burst seems to have a 5-second downtime, and it's similar to Albedo's burst with like a periodic AoE pyro explosion thing going on whenever you attack the affected individual, but it has a smaller initial burst damage as well. There's also no elevator involved with this that we know of. Seems like nothing to write home about. Last but definitely not least, it's Ayaka. Done. We know who you're going to get. Kidding. Though seriously, this character is hyped so hard that Mihoyo will be falling on a sword if they don't make her as OP as Zhongli from the get-go. If they don't make them even more, don't make her even more so, alright? She is a cryo sword user, so like the others, faster attack speed but smaller numbers, and she can either play physical or cryo because her elemental infusion is only procced when she dashes, which is kind of like a Mona burrow, but gets infused once she emerges from her sprint. Now, her kit definitely builds her for cryo though, so don't even kid yourself. And her charged attack, what? It can hit over 100% of attack 3 times quickly, and her passive ability will increase her damage further by 30% once she finishes a sprint. It will be the most DPS of any sword user if that doesn't change. Basically, you will be deleting enemies so fast. How fast, you ask? Well, faster than the Genshin community can complain about not getting enough free Primogems. Okay, once again, just joking, Mihoyo has disgusting pull rates and flat out predatory practices when it comes to purchasing Primogems, and that really needs to change. It's just a joke. Moving on, her elemental skill cooldown is a big burst AoE cryo around her, and it has a 10-second cooldown though, but it can be decreased if you have at least C1, which we all know over half the Genshin community is saving enough Primogems to get C6 for her, so that's going to be a given. Her burst has 5 seconds of uptime, which leads to 15-second downtime, which is quite a bit, and it just shoots a cone of AoE cryo damage outwards. Nothing to write home about, it seems. Definitely, her Poggy Woggy is in her normal and charged attack combo, combined with her sprint and elemental skill rotation. Now, her skill set is entirely selfish though, so, you know, that's fine because everyone's just going to be playing her anyhow when she comes out. So, that wraps up my quick summary of each of the upcoming 5-star characters. What do you think? Will you be pulling for Kazuha, Yoimiya, or Ayaka? Let me know in the comment section below. I do predict a wall of Ayayas. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Till next time, Arcturus out.